An 8-hour drive got us to our halfway point at Joshua Tree National Park, where I had reserved a campsite for Christmas Eve just inside the park's southern gate at Cottonwood Springs Campground. Want some din-din? Chow time, buddy. We got a quick walk in at sunrise for another long day of driving to reach Lakeview Campground in the late afternoon at Parker Canyon Lake and Coronado National Forest. This is where we would access the trailhead between Passage 1 and Passage 2 of the Arizona Trail. The Arizona National Scenic Trail has been referred to as the backbone of Arizona. Divided into 43 individual passages, the trail runs 800 miles north to south from Mexico to Utah. The trail connects deserts, mountains, forests, and canyons through the diverse wilderness of the state. Climbing and descending from one mountain range to the other, the path gains and loses thousands of feet in elevation and traverses biomes ranging from desert to boreal forest. So 10 miles, 12 miles to Montezuma Pass, which is 2 miles from the border and the very beginning of the ACT trail. That last 1.8 or 2 miles, dogs aren't allowed. No four-leggers. Plan is to get to Montezuma Pass trailhead tomorrow and hike out back here and bang out this first passage of AZT. That's the plan. You don't want that. Sleep out, buddy. Big day tomorrow. No more car rides. Wakey, wakey. Eat your food. Let's go, little doggy. Load up. Get in. stop at mile 2 and doing pretty good. First mile was 20 minutes, second mile was 18 minutes. Should be able to make the pass by night, sunset. Aki's doing good with his pack, first time with a new pack. This is cattle land, so he is on leash because he will herd. So not too far from that rest stop at 2 miles, came across this trough, which is pretty frozen, but that's not. And I think most of these cattle troughs things are also okay for hikers to use. Filter water from. Another gate. I guess we are exiting cattle land. Split 4, mile 4. Whew, 22 minutes. Mile 3 was 17 minutes, so definitely starting to climb. Getting a little rougher, rockier sections through some of these washes. You walked right past 2 nice bones, buddy. Hey, Ding Dong, look over here. Oh, you would carry that the whole way if I let you. Not gonna happen. We just came up on a couple whitetail, scared them off. Got that guy all excited. They're probably down here drinking this water, which is frozen probably. Oh, no, just not much down in there. Sorry, bud. No deer, no venison for dinner. Oh, lordy. First sight coming out of the trees. Oh boy. 9.5 miles. Almost at Crest Trail. Ah! Worked. 11 miles. It's 4:30. I'm making camp. Right on the trail. Because it's the only flat spot. First one I've come across. Let's do this. Tent. 1, 2, 3. Tent. 1, 2, 3. Tired? Pretty much camped on the trail. Dinner is served, Prince. Good morning, campers. It's your early morning report, Wednesday, December 27th. Just a quick recap and plan for the day. Don't have much battery power here, so I'm going to try and conserve it for the rest of the day. Yesterday did 11 miles, almost made it up to the Crest Trail Junction, but 11 miles, I think 2,700 something feet elevation gain. We're camped here at 8,500 plus feet. Luckily, just on the leeward side of the ridge here, because it's been below and howling all night, and it's up in the trees, but the tent has just not even barely rustled, so that's been nice. It's 6:30, just starting to get light. I'm gonna pack things up and get going. That pack was crushing me yesterday. The switchbacks up to here were brutal with the weight that I was carrying. That's more on me than anything else, but it is a pretty rugged trail at the end on the switchbacks, but we'll be heading down it today, so yeah. He's back asleep. He's in no hurry to get going, but check back with you in daylight. This would have been the ideal spot to stop last night. I wish I had made it to this camp. Nice little campsite with gnarled, fallen, dead tree right on the trail. Well, it's 10 o'clock and I'm probably about 3 miles from camp, and I'm gonna turn around. Signage hasn't been clear as to whether Montezuma Pass is what I'm hiking along or if it's up ahead, but we're pretty close. But I want to bust out this hike out, so I'm going to turn around here. It's a really beautiful hike through this mix of oak and pine with these scatterings of agave and yucca and paddle cactus, which I didn't know those were growing this high up. We're close to 9,000 feet. But yeah, I'm gonna turn around and head back. South into Mexico. Gonna be getting off the crest trail, continuing on to the Arizona Trail. It's all downhill from here. Get to descend all that climb from yesterday. Ready, little doggy? Just finished the descent and I'm here at Bathtub Springs campsite, and here's your bathtub. I guess in the spring, summer, if there's a good winter snow melt, this has some water in it. And there's your trail. If you're heading south, you've got, spoiler alert, 26 switchbacks to Montezuma Pass, about 2,500 feet elevation gain. Beautiful hike. Passage 1 of the ACT done, and dusted. Beautiful trail. Ready? Ready? All right. Starting passage 2. Canelo Hills East Passage. Here's another view of Parker Canyon Lake. Nice lake. Trout, bluegill, and bass. All right, and away we go. That's an interesting gate. Somebody needs to mend their fence. That's all. Smart dog. Made in the shade. Like a little prince. Laying in the shade with your water right at your side. You're a lucky dog. 4 miles in. About 2 miles in, go through that first gate and there's a pretty good stream coming from, I imagine, down from Parker Canyon Lake. Up and down these rolling hills. Not getting high, but definitely gaining elevation. Up and down, up and down. From that last stop for water for Aki, it's been 1.3 miles. Pretty steady up. Gained 405 feet from that last stop. We're at 5,658 feet. Gonna go down, and then I'm sure we will go back up. Just walking through the grasses, pine, the juniper, the yucca, the manzanita, the paddle cactus, the agave. Mile 7. Almost over. I think this is the biggest one we're gonna go over. And we're at 5,948 feet. We've gained 867. Beautiful country. Passage 2, completely different terrain, landscape than Passage 1. Out in the sun, it's a lot warmer. Whew. Yeah, just these rolling hills, big vistas. but I keep doing paw checks. He's doing fine. He's got tough little paws from all this hiking he does. Just noticed over here there's a water stash, not even half empty. Everything sticks to you in this country. Sticks to you, sticks around you. Oh, it's not even full, it's cracked its hold. Oh, it's trash for us to carry out. Oh! I'm gonna put it over here, closer to the trail, and I'll pick it up on the way out. Pack your trash, folk. Right, Aki? Pack your trash. Little does he know that I sneak trash into his backpack. He thinks it's going to get lighter because he's eating the food, but it's not. Go. Go. Almost to camp, buddy. 2 more miles, I think. They're always different. Now, how the heck do you get that open? Think. Just not pulling hard enough. Ah! Good one. Too tired. We just came up on our first cattle, so somebody's a little excited. Scared them so much they dropped the load and ran off. We're at 7+ miles now. It's like 3:30. Trying to find spot to camp. Prefer to have a spot where I can see the sun setting, so we can soak up what's left of that glorious golden rays of the sun. Oh, they're big. Go. I think right up here, I think the trail's gonna pop over this ridge and we'll get some sun, be able to find a spot to camp. God, they're noisy. Go. Hoping there's a gate up here and we'll get out of this range. All right, this rocky, not flat spot is gonna be camp. It's 4 o'clock, 8.22 miles. That's since the first stop for water for Aki. So there were 4 miles before that, so 12 miles total for the day, 10:30 to 4. But still got some sun, so we can set up camp and cook up. There's even some water here. Stagnant, nasty water, probably. Never found the gate. We're still in the rangeland, so. Get the furry prince's bed set up. Prince. Ding dong. Come here, ding dong dingo. You want some dinner? Food? Eat? Day 4, day 2 of passage 2. How are you gonna drink your water? Here comes the sun. As you can see, it got pretty cold last night. I actually ended up pumping water out of here last night because I went through everything cooking. But it got pretty cold last night. Quite a bit of frost on the tent. First time for frost on the tent. Your water's all frozen. So yeah, brewing up. Gonna make some oatmeal. Eat that real quick. Pack up the tent. And the campsite here at the top of Canal Peak at the gate, which is where I would have liked to have gotten to last night. But glad I stopped where I did. Had an hour's worth of light to get camp set up. Finishing that day with a 700-foot climb up here would have been brutal. Here we are at the end of passage 2. From camp, where we camped last night, to the trailhead junction, 4.8 miles. Did that in 2 hours. Didn't get started till 9:30. It's 11:30 now. Start of passage 3, Arizona Trails, Canela Hills West. So I think I'm gonna give a good rest here and head back. Let's go. Fire Service Road runs down that way to Patagonia, the town. Never knew there was a Patagonia town in the United States, but there is. By the end of the day on our return hike southbound on Passage 2, we made camp about 2 miles from the trailhead at Parker Canyon Lake. The next morning we got an early start to finish the passage and load up the car and make the long drive back home. This first experience hiking the AZT was great, and I look forward to returning to explore more of the passages that make up this trail. Aki is simply excited for his next dog walk, whatever trail it's on.